Good morning, Hillman Cancer Center. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Cooking for Cancer and Chronic Disease. I'm Danielle Petrina, the project manager, and this is Angela Zaccanini, our registered dietitian with a focus in lifestyle nutrition. We are happy to be back here on this Wednesday, kind of gray, doesn't know what the weather's doing type thing. Just a reminder, we are a part of the Wellness and Integrative Oncology program that is located on the 3rd floor of Hillman Cancer Center. Under the supervision of Dr. Lainey Francis, who is an oncologist and hematologist. We focus on symptom management and quality of life using integrative modalities such as lifestyle nutrition. So today we are baking chickpea cookie dough. So we're pretty excited about this recipe. I know that we've heard a lot from our audience about getting more snacky desserts out there, so we're happy to bring this to you today. Ange, tell me a little bit more about it.
Great, thank you. So this chickpea cookie dough recipe, I feel like there were so many on Google whenever I searched this, but this one that I found from A Couple Cooks, it's a blog that I have used previous recipes for, and I do tend to like their recipes. So the reason why I chose this one, besides the high reviews, it also says in the title that this one actually tastes good.
Oh, good.
So we're hoping
Even
that
better.
Yeah, it actually does taste good. So
you just never know.
Right. So the ingredients are as follows. You're going to want to use 1 cup of canned chickpeas. And now the first instruction to this recipe, you're actually going to want to drain and then start peeling or using like a towel or a paper towel to take most of the skin off of the chickpeas. Now don't feel like you have to remove all of the skin, but just some so that it gets to that texture that we want. So besides that, you're going to use 4 tablespoons of salted butter. We're going to be using a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I actually measured everything today. You know how I am with the salt. I'm like,
What? I know with baking, you just can't do that.
yeah,
you
exactly.
know?
And I figure this is sort of like a baking recipe. Even though we're not using the oven for anything, we still want it to be the right taste and the right consistency. So salt, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. We have 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and in the recipe it does say that this is optional, but it gives it that cookie dough kind of vibe.
Okay.
Which is good to know.
Yeah.
6 tablespoons of almond flour, and then our dark chocolate chips. So we are going to first start by adding our chickpeas to a food processor. So you are going to need a food processor for this. Something like a blender, because there's not much liquid, may be hard to handle.
Okay.
And we'll see if we can fit everything in there.
I know, right?
That's always my biggest fear.
You know, we have a love-hate with this food processor.
With everything electric. All right, so the 4 tablespoons of butter, it doesn't say in the recipe if it should be melted, if it should be, you know, room temp. So I ended up just taking out the stick of butter, using the 4 tablespoons and then just setting it to room temperature, just so that I feel like it's easier to blend.
I think you might want it to have like a sticky consistency.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. So you're going to just want to blend these 2 ingredients at first. Which, you know, it is hopefully going to be like cookie dough. I'm going to have Danielle in here really soon because she has no patience for me.
I have 0 patience when it comes to this. Like, Ange, you're talking and
like,
you can't do both.
Right.
I mean, you can, but it's just, yeah, you know I'm going to step in here.
Yeah.
So, all right.
It almost needs more power, but I could see that it is blending to that consistency. But once you do this, you're going to want to add, it just says till it's combined, so not necessarily a full, like,
Trying to make yourself feel better?
Exactly. All right, so we're going to add the salt, the vanilla.
The vanilla smells lovely, by the way.
It does smell really good.
Makes me happy.
Our maple syrup.
Maybe that's what I'm also smelling, too, some of that maple syrup.
For sure. Brown sugar.
Okay.
You want to add the almond flour. Okay. And then it doesn't
Do you need
say. This? I guess so, because it doesn't even say it in the instructions.
Oh boy.
Don't we love this, that we're, see, again, we do it all wrong for you so that you can do it right at home.
That's our tagline.
Yeah.
We do it all wrong for you so you can do it. Join us.
I'm sweating.
Yeah, you know I'm getting in there in like 2 seconds. All right, Ange, so talk about this recipe. Why don't I do this?
Yep.
You do nutritional facts.
So
because you're stressing me out.
Yeah, I'm sweating too. And I haven't had enough coffee, which you would think I did because I'm acting crazy. But
sometimes you need a certain level to not act crazy.
Exactly.
Oh, I think this consistency is going to be fine.
I was going to say it looks kind of good once you. It's so hard with a food processor or any I almost want a hand mixer.
I know. We got to buy that Cuisinart thing.
Yeah, that. Do you use that for your soups?
Yes,
okay.
I brought my mom. Got it for me, and it's really funny because I'm not obviously the best cook ever, but she got it for me, and it's lovely.
It's funny because we have this video playing, right here on the TV, and I'm watching myself as I'm making all these gestures, and I'm like, woo, she's got to cool it down a little bit. Okay, so the nutrition facts. This is considered a healthier dessert. So if you're one of those people that love to eat raw cookie dough, especially if you're going through active treatment and you're immunocompromised, try to avoid that. That's a huge food safety risk.
I did a great job.
She's doing it. You see that?
Not even, I'm going to just brag on my one. Look at that.
Wow.
Wait.
See, we just need to get sous chef. She's moving up. She's no longer.
I want to
put those in first.
Oh, okay. I just. Oh, yeah.
Wait. And then we can add more to blend it up again.
I almost if I was home, I would totally lick this spoon, just for the record.
Mm-hmm. Like real cookie dough.
That's right.
All right.
Okay, wait. This is the trick. So you have to kind of get it underneath
the blade.
Yeah, because when it's just on top, it's not going to do anything. A year later, we figure this out, Ange. I'm excited. I'm a little it's one of those things I have to get out of my head that it's cookie dough.
Yeah.
Or it's chickpeas.
Right.
Because it's a little I don't know if how much I'm going to love this. I know. This is the one thing I can't do.
She got it.
I got it. She's hired.
She's chef.
She's
no
chef.
longer sous chef. I'm getting demoted. She's getting promoted.
Never.
Okay,
go ahead.
So
Sorry.
nutrition facts. This actually makes 20 servings.
Whoa!
Yeah, so a little goes a long way.
Oh yeah, you better measure that out because those of you who have portion control, this is going to be a problem.
Yep, exactly. So one serving is only 67 calories.
But what is it? How big is one serving?
Well, if you portion that out to be 20. So literally probably
like a tablespoon?
Tablespoon, I would say, honestly. 8 grams of carbs, but mainly coming from fiber. Only 1.1 gram of protein. So to be honest with you, this recipe is not very nutrient dense. It's almost just to be a healthy sweet that if you're craving something, this can hopefully set that tone for you.
Do you want me to get a plate? Oh, you're putting in this?
Yeah.
Let me just show them the consistency of this because I think that's kind of important. Ange, you want to take that off?
Yep.
And then, here, you show it, Ange.
Here?
No, all the way by your other hand.
Oh.
Yeah, and tilt it forward. And maybe take the spoon and just show them that, stir it around a little bit. Yeah, so you can kind of see that it's a real cookie dough consistency. So just keep that in mind. It's smoother than what I anticipated.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. I'm going to take us back.
Okay. I'm going to just put some in this pretty cup. And it's really nice, the recipe or the blog, they took a picture of it. And of course, everything on a blog or a cookbook is just beautiful.
I feel like you need almost an ice cream scoop.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Yeah. Well, they put sprinkles on top, and it just looked so pretty.
Yes,
Yum. And it looked that's exactly what you want out of a healthier sweet. You want to be satisfied, you want it to hit the spot, but you don't want it to cause cravings that you actually need real cookie dough or you need to go and get an ice cream cone after.
Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, I'm getting some chocolate chips in here. Mm-hmm. The consistency is spot on. That's crazy. You can definitely taste a chickpea flavor at first, which is a little meh, but then
Wait, I love it.
It's so good.
Like that would completely.
That is good. That is excellent.
It's so good.
Wow. What a great day.
Now don't eat this whole cup.
No. Yeah. This is not, we were just filling up just so you could see it, but that's crazy good.
I almost want another spoon so I can take another bite.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Super good mouthfeel. To me, those dark chocolate chips really settle into and they give you that sweet that you want.
I would actually go even smaller on the chocolate chips. Like if you can get even the smaller.
The mini ones? Yeah, because these are the large dark chocolate chips.
Because you almost want it in every bite.
Yeah.
That is excellent.
That is so good. I know, guys. I'm proud. Thank you for blending because we would still be here.
Queen blender.
Blending if it was for me.
Blend away. But this is great, Ange. I mean,
Yeah.
and obviously this is super cost effective.
Yep.
I mean, we keep chickpeas in our pantry all the time.
Yeah, all the stuff, really.
We've had all of this. This didn't, we didn't, I think the only thing we had to get, was there anything you had to get?
We were actually out of maple syrup, so, and the brown sugar.
Yeah, so just think about that, like so easy and like really fast. This is not time consuming,
Right.
Cost effective, not time consuming. All these products are pretty much sold at any grocery store.
And this does store in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 days.
Ooh, that might taste even better, a little chilled.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit about, okay, so, you know, I think that I was born in 83, so I'm from like the fat-free era. So talk to me a little bit about butter, because I saw there was what, 4 tablespoons?
Yeah.
And then like why that's okay. And then let's talk about maple syrup, because I feel like there was like the sugar-free era of maple syrup, and you got to be careful with aspartame and things like that. Go ahead.
So I have a lot of patients ask me about alternative sweeteners or if honey or maple syrup are better for you than sugar.
Yeah.
Now, to be honest with you, they do have more nutritional benefit. However, they do the same thing to your body that sugar does.
Okay.
Makes your blood sugar spike, you know, and then your body produces insulin to bring it back down. However, if you're in combination with other food sources, so you're getting fiber, you're getting protein, you're getting other macronutrients, that makes it more balanced and more complex, so your blood sugar wouldn't spike. Now, of course, if you're adding maple syrup to your oatmeal as a sweetener, I think it's fine, but same thing, you have to consider that you're getting other sources of carbohydrates there. But like for me, when I make my oatmeal, I add walnuts to it, but then I add some coconut flakes. I add a little bit of maple syrup. I add some fruit.
Right.
So your carbohydrate content is starting to increase. So you need to have enough fiber. You need to have enough protein to make that balance.
Okay.
So that's where that comes.
She's all about balance, you know?
I mean, honestly, that's why people get so hung up on counting your macros.
Okay.
Or your macronutrients, because you need that like almost percentage of protein, carbs, and fat in order to balance things out, which gets difficult, to be honest. Like it's super difficult, but if you just know to maintain a balanced diet and not just add a sweetener and not having the protein, you know, like I feel like breakfast in particular is a lot of carbs.
Right.
You know, so pancakes, waffles with maple syrup and butter. Okay. And then where's your protein?
Right.
So, and then usually it's sausage or bacon, which is super high in saturated fat.
And processed.
So again, you're not getting the healthiest option nor balanced.
I kind of like love that, just thinking about balance more than counting and calories and feeling bad about it.
Right.
You know, like are you know, so you might have this, but are you putting all of that together? Are you putting your fiber? Are you putting your carbs? Are you putting your veggies, your protein, all of that?
Right.
So,
good. And to be honest, this does use butter, but it's only per serving 4 grams of fat.
Oh, I mean, that's nothing.
Everything about this is very minimal.
Right.
It's to satisfy you.
So like, how do you feel about like margarine? Remember, like that was a thing?
Yeah, to me, I feel like it's processed, it's high in trans fat.
Yeah.
To me, I would be like, go buy the Irish butter, like the real deal, and use small amounts of it.
Sure, because it tastes so good too, and then you don't need to like overdo it.
Right, exactly. Or, you know, of course, we encourage olive oils, avocado oils, all of those things that have the good, healthy fats, but those things that are high in saturated fat, we do encourage limiting things that are solid at room temperature, like butter. But again, think about if you were eating real cookie dough.
Right. I mean, that consistency, wow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
I know.
And it like, I think that first bite I got a little bit more of chickpea, because the second bite I was like, oh, I didn't taste it at all.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, it's like what was that?
The
silken tofu that we still
talk
talk
to everyone
about.
about that. The silken
was
tofu
so
chocolate mousse.
good.
Go check out our video.
Yes.
It's one of the best.
And we recently got a survey. If you're on our email list, we always email you a link for a survey. So feel free to always
Definitely
fill that out. Let us know what more we can be bringing to you. And somebody definitely suggested some more like snacks, desserts, like things, because yes, this can certainly be a dessert, but I also feel like this is a great 2 p.m. slump.
Yeah.
Treat.
When you want some coffee and you want something sweet that's
exactly.
not a cookie.
Right, exactly. So this is like perfect for those. So we'll be bringing more of those to you.
Yep.
We're actually starting to put together our recipes for September and October. We always do 2 months in advance.
Yep.
So, if there's anything, please let us know. You can also put anything in the chat. So feel free to do that as well today. What?
I just actually can't believe that we're going to be on to the next 2 months.
And it's like
fall.
I know. I mean, I'm over 90 degrees.
I'm ready for fall.
I can't take 90
Which I'm
degrees
trying not
anymore.
to wish away things and trying to live in the moment, but
yeah. I mean, 90 is just like really hot. The humidity. It's just a lot.
It's like I'm ready for hoodie weather.
Yeah.
Some,
Fall,
orange, reds.
Are you a pumpkin fan?
I'm huge. Everything fall.
Okay.
Like,
I know.
everything.
Halloween's your jam.
Yeah.
Real quick, Angie's email address, that email chain that we were talking about, if you would like to get on it, I'm going to throw up her email address here. It's the longest thing ever because she has an Italian last name. So go ahead, email her, say, hey, I want to be on your list. We don't spam you. We just remind you once a week that we are live, give you the link, subscribe to our channel, and we'll give you the recipe for that week so you can save it and do this at home. But definitely try this out at home. That is amazing. And Ange, I forget what we're cooking next week. It's
ground turkey skillet.
Yeah,
so we're using zucchini, black beans, corn. It's a whole thing.
I'm kind of excited for that because it's super hearty, and I think like you get so out of meal ideas, and then you get tired and bogged down by being like, I don't want this to be like long and drawn out. So join us for that. It's going to be awesome and just a different way to like flavor up your ground turkey.
Yes, exactly. I feel like there was one more thing I wanted to mention, and now I'm like,
she got to drink her coffee. She needs a little more. Anyways.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm going to start to include the recipe link in our description of each of these videos that we do. So if you're not a part of the email list and you just join us live every week, I will include that recipe link so that you can go straight to the blog, straight to the recipe, print it out, whatever you need.
Okay. All right, Hillman Cancer Center, have a wonderful rest of your week. Have a great weekend, and we will see you back here next week. Take care.